good question.
Like anything you want to know, just like ask. It's very informative and
Queer sex ed to me means talking about queer sex and what it looks like.
Basically anything outside of heteronormative for most youth. I find there's not a lot of education, and this is exactly what this is about.
Seeing my body, my experience, and my identity reflected in what I learned.
It means providing a more diverse perspective on healthy choices and giving information on what the healthy sexuality looks like for queer kids too.
It means being able to have access to all the resources and knowledge about all different types of sex.
I think queer sex ed is for all people, like not just for queer and trans young people. Queer sex ed focuses on the ways in which like our bodies can be gifts and sources of pleasure, and that sex isn't always great, but it can be, and we can enjoy our bodies.
It's an opportunity to fill in the gaps that heteronormative sex education creates for queer and trans youth. This Queering Sex Ed project can be like a starting point to give people access to, some information that then they can be a little bit more empowered to make better choices, more informed choices about their bodies and how they want to have sex.
To me, queering sex ed is including people that are not straight and cis, because shockingly those people exist.
Queering sex ed to me is kind of filling in the gaps that are left with our cisgender heterosexist sex ed curriculum right now, and it includes to me like bodies and pleasure and acts that aren't talked about right now.
It is about relearning sexual education in a queer positive and sex positive framework, unlearning all of the heterosexist and negative things that we were taught.
Essential to anyone who wants to be sexual. There's a lot of information out there, but it's hard to have access to specifically what you want to know. When I hear queer sex ed, I think a really helpful resource.
I've learned along the way that sometimes queering can mean increasing possibilities. I think that in queer culture it's so amazing how many more chances we have.